You guys won't believe this.
What happened?
What happened?
So the money that we took from the bank yesterday, I put it in my car.
Fuck you mean you put it in your car?
It's missing.
It's gone.
Nah, fuck that. You stole that shit. Where the fuck the money at?
I didn't steal anything.
How we know?
Like you literally saw me walk to my car and you saw me come back
Man,
today.
what the fuck?
You said
And so
you
what would I
had
have
to
done
pick
with
up.
the money?
You said you were picking up your man. Do you think he stole it?
No, he's.
I told you don't fuck with
living.
this
He
bitch.
doesn't even live in.
This is the only person I could trust.
Nah, fuck that shit. She stealing our money and shit. What the fuck?
So wait, okay, let's rewind your steps.
You know what's crazy? Hold on. You know what's crazy?
What?
When you left the room,
Yeah.
we were talking about robbing you.
So I can't trust neither one of y'all.
Oh, this dirty motherfucker.
So both of y'all.
This how you gonna do?
He was
This
like,
how you
he was
gonna
like,
do?
He was like, oh, since she's gone,
What the fuck?
you know what? Let's rob her.
So I can't trust neither one of y'all.
This ain't even what it was like. It wasn't even like that.
What was it like?
So instead of throwing me in the bus,
I was trying to see where she was at with the whole situation, but the money gone. So who the fuck got the money?
Both of y'all probably.
I think he
stole
stole the
it and
money.
trying to
I
cut
think
me
he stole
out
the
of
money.
the equation.
I think that he stole the money.
I set the play. Why I need to
He's the
steal?
only person who knew that was in my car. No, listen to me.
What the fuck?
He's the only person that knew that it was in my car. And then when you left, he was talking about robbing you. So I think that he robbed me and you, because he's the only one that saw me what's in my car.
So moving forward,
This what you think?
I think one of y'all, both of y'all, got me messed up. So somebody better come with some dollars, real dollars, because we had over 100,000. So how is it all just gone? I'm not understanding what is going on here.
Wait, didn't you actually use my car yesterday? You used it.
I did, but the money wasn't in there.
You were also in my car.
Hmm.
And now that I think about it, that was the last time that I saw it.
Well,
Guess what? She got too many motherfucking excuses. She stole that shit.
I'm thinking you did.
And where you trying to go? I think both of y'all got something to do with this
No,
shit.
I
Where the
didn't
fuck the
have-
money at? Where the fuck the money
I
at?
have the money.
Had it.
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
So what are we gonna do now?
It's cool. I know where the money at.
Where's the?
He has it.
The little light skinned nigga with the beard.
You know what's crazy? I saw a light-skinned guy that was with him. He was hanging out here earlier. So you see, he messed up. I saw him with the light-skinned guy here earlier.
Something is not right here, and I don't know who to trust between y'all two. You know what?
That's crazy. Didn't you say that was your best friend?
Bro. We got him.
But just know that it's me that you love and I hate. And don't ever regret the decisions you make, but just simply embrace it. Put some patience within yourself and never expect any help. And never expect anyone to accept you for you. Just always stay true to
What
yourself.
up, y'all? It's your girl, Andrea Alexis. I am back with another episode of Power You Podcast. I got Coop with me. Coop, how you feeling?
I'm good, but why you gotta put your hands on me?
Okay, don't worry about it.
Dang, she can't.
You know what I'm saying? I thought we was married, but maybe not today. Don't worry about it. So,
Her hands all greasy and sweaty. Are you giving them back?
you can have that one. I'm gonna keep this one.
Oh.
But we have a special guest in the building with us. We have Jhayla. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Jayla.
Yeah. The writer and director of The Letter. Right?
The letter.
Yeah.
That was good.
Really, you saw it?
Yeah, we watched it.
What
Yeah.
made it good?
What made it good? Basically, because she based it off high school kids and what they go through.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she telling like how people feel without really telling it. If I'm saying it right, and you know, it's like stressful thoughts that people go through and people don't even see it.
Yeah, mental health. So the film was basically like based on like my life and a few other people that I know. Like in college, I was like, this is starting off kind of deep, but
Let's go.
you know, like I was like depressed and suicidal, you know, and I just thought like there aren't that many films that talk about like how Black people feel and like our mental health, and I don't feel like the mental health of people like kids who are in high school are taking that seriously. So you know,
Yeah,
I just wrote the
parents
letter.
be like, you're just a kid, you know.
Yeah, like
she's
grown
not.
folks' problems, just wait till you get grown, all that different type of stuff. But no, like kids are committing suicide, so I'm like, no, this is a serious thing. And a lot of people reached out to me after watching the film, like, you don't know what I was going through, or I showed this to my son, I showed it to a school before, like with a lot of kids. So it's like kind of like a movement.
Yes, of course. So what type of feedback outside of that are you getting? Like around like your family and friends, if they watched it, you know, what are they saying about it?
some of them were concerned about me, you know, like, are you okay? So that's from like my friends and my family and stuff. But like from other people, like I said, it'll just be random people. Like I had someone on LinkedIn reach out and talk to me. But it's really just about like people just going through stuff and just saying like thanks, like somebody said it. So
that's dope.
Do you respond to everybody?
When I can, yeah, for the most part. Some of them are pretty deep, so I'll be like, dang, like
you gotta sit down and like, you know.
Yeah, and that's the good and the bad part, because I'll just be like grocery shopping. If somebody would be like, you know, I was wanting to kill myself in this situation, and then I saw that, and I'm just like, whoa, like that's. So it can be emotionally heavy on me sometimes, even though it was a little bit ago. People still like bring up all of their stories and stuff.
So you said this was based about your life?
Mm-hmm. It was part of it of my life and like my friends and my siblings and stuff like that.
So I know it was basically like 3 main characters, right? If I'm not.
Well, yeah, it's like 2. It's Lamar and it's Jazz.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Lamar, Jazz, and Leah. So
yeah. So which one was you?
Leah. But yeah, definitely like me and my mom never had like the best relationship. I kind of was raised in a really strict like academic household, and I felt like some of it was just like raising me to be someone that they want to be, rather than me just like being myself. I feel like I wasn't allowed to fail as much. I feel like I wasn't allowed to like have a personality. It would be so rare where I would be asked like, are you okay? Or hey, what happened at school today? It was always, you get this done? You get that done? You get this? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wow. And so it wasn't until I got to college where I'm like, I don't even really know who I am.
Right.
Like, who am I? Because I was never asked that. I was never allowed to be that. I was just always told to be a part of something. Like, I have to be engineer or journalist or some, like, I'm like, well, like, what is Jhayla like? Because I'm not attached to a career.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
what?
What's up under there?
Oh, what? What you mean? Oh, my scar?
Under your ear.
Oh.
Did that come off?
What?
No! Like, it's just so weird. I was like, wait a second, because
okay.
I was not lace fronty at all. Those are real baby hairs.
They gotta watch the movie to know about that.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I get what you're saying. That's so funny.
Listen, he threw me for a loop.
That is literally so funny.
I
just got that. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
She like my scar. I can't see no scar.
No, because I have a scar on my neck. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to the next one.
I was like, dang, wait, hold on now.
Since she brought that scar up, though, what happened with the scar?
Okay, so this happened like a month ago. So I was like going through some stuff, and this is gonna sound so crazy. I had taken an edible, and mind you, I've done like, can I say that?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, I've like smoked before, and I've taken like edibles and stuff, but this one was different. Like other people took like the same one and was like, "Oh, I've taken these. I don't know what this is." So I took one. I was coming from like just a super hard day, and I took one, and then like, I don't know, everything just started stretching and going black.
Oh.
So in my head, I'm thinking that like, well, at the time I thought I was dying.
Of course.
Like, I'm like, I'm dying. Call the police. I'm dying. And so everything stretched black, and I'm thinking that I'm dreaming, but I was with my boyfriend, and the whole time I'm still awake, screaming, but like I just couldn't see, so I lost my vision.
Oh damn.
So I started like just going crazy and like la 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 la. And like my vision would come back temporarily. Like I would be like on his basement floor, go back to black. Now I'm in the ambulance truck, go back to black. And I'm thinking that was a dream and I'm hallucinating. No, that was my vision. I was losing my vision. So I woke up and I had this scar. I had scars on my ankles, and I'm like, I didn't tore myself up. So at the time it was traumatized, but now I'm kind of laughing about it. What
the fuck?
But it was messed up. Yeah, I lost my vision. So just be careful with those.
Yes, what
yeah,
the
you gotta be real.
I took one, but I should have taken a half. But just be careful with those.
Should have just pinched it.
I don't know. I should just relax. I think it was the anxiety attack. So instead of like screaming, I should have just been laid there like.
Yeah, you had an anxiety attack.
No, but sometimes you don't. Like you said, you're thinking you're dreaming. Like no matter what dream.
I thought I was dreaming.
Same thing happened to her.
Really? So you thought you were dying too?
She thought I drugged her.
I did. See,
that's what it feels like.
I had just you know, I think I was going through postpartum, and I felt like in my mind that he got some drugs from, you know, the edible from somebody. Like, she tripping this, you know, and they like, yeah, just give it to her and she gonna be fine. And I woke up and I'm like, did he drug? Like, I don't know. Like, I really felt like he drugged me, and in my mind, I was thinking everything crazy. Like, he's really trying to take me out the game. Like, somebody's about to take care of these kids besides me, and he thinks I'm crazy. He's trying to kill me. Like,
because like when it goes through, because you think that the experience is gonna be something else. Like, you compare it to like when you smoke
past.
So you like, ain't no way that this is what's coming out of this.
Yes, it is.
So then I
thought it was like, crack or something.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this.
You went too far. You ate the whole thing. You did.
I probably did. Yeah, no, definitely.
They tell you when they give it to you, don't eat the whole thing.
Well, I don't know, but I thought he laced me with something, and I just.
Then you go wake me up. I'm high as hell sleep.
Yeah.
She want to wake me the fuck up. Now I'm
like,
like she is.
He was just like this, like falling, and I'm like, babe, and he's like, I can't. He's just falling, and I'm like,
yeah, because she's tripping out, and you're high, so you're like, is this real? So
no, really though. He's like, why did you wake me up? And now I was like, I needed help.
So,
yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not taking them no more though.
So this,
I learned my lesson.
This goes back to the movie. Like what happened to old boy?
Oh,
yeah.
When
he, you know, he got Lamar. He got drugged. He was laying there.
Yeah, that's he.
And we trying to figure out the situation. Yeah. What happened? Who did that to him?
We know who did it.
Obviously. Well, I don't, you know.
Yeah. So there was actually.
She was looking for her wallet. So I'm thinking when he looked down, I'm assuming that that's what he saw. But then I don't know. You know what I mean?
So it was an alternative ending in the original script where Leah pulls up to Jazz's house and they have that confrontation, and then the letter is read. So
I want to see it.
Yeah, Jazz. I'll show it to you. So it's really dope, and they like she showed out on that scene, Leah, when it came to her acting. Oh wow! Like she showed out. But then I was just like, I had to like take it away because I'm like, I want the ending to be like a reflection on the audience in a way. So that's why I left it ambiguous, because if I did that, it would just be like, oh, she did it. Oh, that's it. It would be no more room for you to think.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why I took it out.
Would it be a part 2 or you just gonna leave us?
No, no part 2. I'm moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, what's next?
So I don't want to say too much, but I'm working on a science fiction, and Tamashian, I don't know if you know Tamashian, he's my producer, so we're working on it. And Jeremy Brockman, I want him to film it, but I'll tell you offline, but it's science fiction. So it talks about like how I see addiction being in the future, like a whole nother form of addiction being invented in the future. So it's crazy. It's dope.
We're gonna be buying drugs through our armpits.
What the world?
I mean, I've been watching some crazy movies where they just got it already in them and they just pay for it and it just.
It's a form. Like when I tell you, be like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's different.
Off here.
Oh, yeah. So tell us a little bit more about you.
How you say you?
Me
to LA. You currently live in LA and everything like that. How's
that? I live in LA. I live in Inglewood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love it. I love Inglewood because it's a lot of like black people who live in my community, and it's super nice. Yeah, like Inglewood is super nice.
How far is Inglewood from Hollywood? Is it Hollywood?
It's 45 minutes.
I'm trying to think. My sister lives in California, but I feel like she lives in Hollywood Heights or Hollywood, whatever. She's not too far from the freaking
from the
Chinese
Chinese theater.
Yeah, she's not too far from there.
Yeah, so I mean it's not far like geographically.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so I used to work at Paramount, and so in the morning it would take me 45 minutes.
Her mic up.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
No, he was telling us not to touch him, and now he wants us to touch him. It's okay.
We can't
hear
you.
I good, man?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
This whole time?
Dang.
Yeah, I could hear y'all, but it was like y'all.
It was like pretty faint.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're like, and I'm so happy I'm like, I don't want to say that I'm done with the Paramount thing, but like it was the driving, like 45
traffic
minutes to work every morning and then driving back every night 45 more minutes. I was like, and like LA 45 minutes is different than Detroit 45 minutes. LA is 45 minutes, like.
At least an hour or two.
Driving for your life.
Man.
Yeah, because this car is coming crazy every angle.
I'm like, I don't know how, like, these people just drive crazy. Like, it's so bad. It's like bumper cars.
No, really.
How many accidents you been in?
I haven't been in any. I've been in so many close accidents, but, like, never any.
How many times you got flicked off?
By, like, the homeless people a few times.
Homeless people?
Always homeless people.
There's a lot of homeless.
Why they flicking you off?
Because, like, hey, can you have something for me? And be like, no, I just don't have it.
Well, I've seen some of the wildest homeless people out there, like,
how you gonna
getting made. Like, this lady is on the side of the curb just doing her makeup. I guess that was her bathroom. I don't know. It was just like, it's
they are so crafty out there. It's this
really.
homeless guy downtown. It's like, it's right by the Sancy Alley. He has, like, this barber shop. Like, he's a homeless guy, but, like, other homeless people go to him and get his hair cut. It's like he has a tent. It's under the bridge with, like, a little chair, and he be cutting their hair.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean,
anything's possible.
It's a hustle, yeah.
Wait a minute.
And they paying him? Or what?
I mean, I don't know. I hope so.
They probably, they homeless.
Like a sandwich for a cut type thing?
Yeah.
You know, it's like exchange for exchange.
Trade, you know.
Yeah, you know, they homeless. They be having pets and shit.
No, they be having pets.
Know, like, that is the wildest thing.
Yeah, I'd be like, you homeless, how does a pet?
But this is Hollywood we talking about, right?
No, California.
Yeah, California.
But they be like different type of homeless. They might be like one of us that went down there and be like, damn, I can't afford this shit for real.
Yeah, it's like, it's
probably.
so many homeless people though. Like, they just named it a economic crisis out there for the amount of homeless people. It's so, like, you have Skid Row, it's so many homeless people. And it's just the price of living, and there aren't like enough like financial assistance programs out there.
Right.
It's easy to kind of go down that hole if you're not careful
The
with
fact
drugs.
that you gotta, like, pay for bags and stuff is like, wow to me. When I'm there,
Yeah.
like, what the world? Like, never mind. I'm bringing my own bag. Like, Aldi's everywhere.
Yeah.
We used to have to pay for bags here.
I wasn't living in that time.
Okay.
So what made you want to move out to LA?
So I got a job with this Netflix show called Family Reunion. I was out here. I moved there. Yeah, I moved out there in the beginning of February. So I was working at Amazon at the time, and this organization that I was with called Women of Color Unite, they had paired me with two women. They had paired me with Meg DeLoach, and she's the showrunner for the Family Reunion show with Tia Mowry.
Yeah, I love my daughter loves that show.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
Yes.
Even season 3 is like, that's the one I worked on. It's so good. And then Carol Turner, who's EVP of Productions at NBC Universal.
Okay.
So I got 15 minutes with both of them. So Meg DeLoach, I'm like in my Amazon truck with my Amazon uniform. I popped my phone up just like this, and she was like, you got 15 minutes. What you need? I'm like, I just want a job. Like, I just want a job out there. Just I'll move.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll move. And she was like, you'll move? Are you sure? And then I'm like, yeah, I'll move. And so it was like a few weeks went by and I didn't get a call. I'm like, she probably thought I wasn't gonna move. And then I got a text like, hey, this is blah, blah, blah with Family Reunion. Are you able to interview tomorrow? I'm like, I can. But in my head, I'm like, I got work at Amazon tomorrow. But I'll make it work.
So you had to go out there, or you could do it like virtually?
Like virtually.
Okay,
it was on Zoom. It was on Zoom. So I was just like, okay, cool, we'll Zoom. And so, mind you, I'm driving, delivering packages. I turn my work phone off. I go to a Starbucks. Only like half down, I have my Amazon delivery.
Yeah.
And then half up, I got my little blazer. I'm at a Starbucks. It's loud. They're doing a blender. And I'm just like, hello, how are you doing? Mind you, my work phone, like, it's probably going off because my boss is like, you have this Amazon truck parked at a Starbucks for like 30 minutes. What are you doing? And so I had an interview with them, and I was so nervous. And I was just like, I'll move. Like, I'll pack everything up, and I'll go right now if I have to. I had like no money. And they were like, really? Are you sure? And they were like, well, Meg DeLoach brought you on. So it's just like, I could tell, like, if it was just them hiring me, I feel like it wouldn't. But it was because this black woman had put me on there. And they was like, no, she's getting on the show. So they had hired me. They was like, how fast can you get out there? I'm like, can I get 2 weeks? And I ended up just getting a week and a half. Yeah. And I was just packing up all my stuff. I moved there with like nothing. And
so how did you find a place and everything? Real quick, that's dope as hell. How did you find a place and everything? Like,
so my aunt actually stays out there, and so I moved out there. But okay, I'm gonna just say it, like, she has some like mental health things.
Okay,
and so like I had nothing, and I just couldn't pay her at the time And so we got into like a boom, boom, boom. So then, like, with the money that I had, like, my boyfriend helped me. I had to, like, he helped me with some money. And I ended up, like, getting this roommate situation and stuff like that. And paying, like, so much money just for a roommate. But that's how I ended up, like, moving out of my auntie's house. So I was living with her for, like, maybe a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then I just had to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. And then the room be like big as a freaking closet, or like you're living in the kitchen type
like...
thing. It's terrible. But you gotta do what you gotta do to make your dream, work. And that's amazing that she, was like, we want her. They actually gave you a try, and you was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and it was crazy because it's just like you hear about Paramount Studios, and it's crazy because like every time I used to drive to work, I went from Inglewood to Hollywood. It would be the Hollywood sign right there on the street. And then I would make a left, park into the garage. I had my little jacket on with my little badge and stuff. And I would see, like, real, because it's the Paramount lot. So other shows are filming there, too. So I would see, like, other celebrities, like, in the golf cart on the lot. And this was, like, every day for, like, months. And I was like, this is pretty crazy. But it did show me, like, what I want to do and what I don't want to do, because those shows are like 9-to-5 office jobs. Yeah. In a way, because I was working in an office for the show, though. Yeah. Because when you have a show, you have like an office, and like they do all of the business stuff like on the location, and then you walk to set, which is in like a giant sound stage, and they film in that set and they build it from scratch. Yeah. But I'm like, some stuff I want to do and some stuff I don't want to do. I feel like I don't want to call Hollywood overrated, but it is, like though. It's like I want to do
kind of sort of.
It's like it depends on how you think of it, right? So if you don't want to be a filmmaker, if you don't want to make your own films, and you want to work on films, and you want to be financially secure and protected and have health insurance and raise your family on a film, that's perfect. But if you want to be a filmmaker and do your own stuff, no. Yeah.
I felt like it was kind of overrated when I got there, and I'm like, oh, this is Hollywood. This is...
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Like, it's glamorous at first. You get
what
there.
You see on the TV is totally not the same as when you're physically there on the freaking streets and looking like, oh, wow, I thought this was
I'm jealous.
Bigger.
I never been.
He will go.
Yeah, but I think you should go just to go.
Just to go for the experience. But I feel
like just do like a walk by and then come home.
Just to say you went, just to experience California.
You gotta, like, when people visit, they visit like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. No, that's not.
No, different places.
That's not Hollywood.
That is not real.
You should go to Warner Brothers lot or Paramount lot. Like, that's Hollywood. That would be dope. Yeah, exactly. And you can do tours there, I think.
I was gonna say, don't you gotta like get access in there?
I mean, you can do a tour. I don't know how much it is, but the tour people used to get on our nerves because we used to be driving the car and all these people doing tours and we're trying to do our job and stuff. They be looking at us like we crazy, and it's like, it's weird. It's like they're observing us, but they're not. But yeah, you can get a tour at Paramount.
That would be dope. I think you should try it out.
So you still live in Hollywood?
I still live there.
So what you doing here?
I'm working on a film, so I can't say too much about it. But it's a pretty big film that's being done here. And as soon I moved out, and it was just like, we'll pay you and we'll help you fund your next film. Just like, you're from here, like that's just come back out. And I'm like, at first I was really skeptical because I had just got another job under Byron Allen at Entertainment Studios. And so it was like another thing. It was like one of those salary paid, secured writing jobs. Yeah. And then I'm like, no, I need my next film funded. And I was like,
but that's good. You have the connects here and there, so you're never, and you can kind of bounce back and forth.
Yeah, I love it.
So what do you feel that you can bring to Michigan? I'm not going to just say Detroit. I'm going to say Michigan. What do you feel that you could bring from Hollywood to here?
I tunnel people out there. Like, okay, so I have a group chat, and I put people on, like, opportunities that are in LA and jobs and stuff. Like, when I was in LA, I produced this an interview for Bobby Shmurda and Hot New Hip Hop. Okay. My DP was from Detroit. Right. So I was just like, hey, I got this job.
That's dope.
Came out here in LA, went back, like, a day after filming. And so what I want to do is I want to be a tunnel, and I want to just keep doing that. Like, if I have jobs out there, I'll plug people on, just be like, if you want to move to LA, because it's hard. It honestly is so hard moving there without a setup, So here you'll probably get a check in like a few weeks that can pay your rent. You just keep on going. Yeah.
So did you work with Bobby Shmurda before or after jail?
I'm saying after this was recently. This was the hot new hip hop interview. I don't know if you saw it, went viral. He was sitting in the chair. Yeah, he was like, and then like the camera cut out. He was so comfortable, but yeah, it was after he talked about like the importance of like owning your rights to your music because he went independent. Yeah. So. But he's crazy, like, in a good way, man. That he's exactly how you see him on social media. Like, he cannot be tamed. Like, you just gotta let him be him.
Yeah, some people you gotta let just, do their thing, you know what I mean? And they know they know their limits.
Yeah, I love his personality.
Now, do you think people in your city, in your state, do mostly gatekeeping? Or do you think the people out in, like, the bigger higher ups do more so of the gatekeeping, or a mixture of both?
I think both. Mm-hmm. Like, kind of like how I told you in that group chat. Mm-hmm. Like, in a way, that's gatekeeping because why am I just not putting it on my story? Yeah. But the reason why I don't is because, like, some jobs might only take this amount of applicants, or, like, they might be like, oh, I need this type of person. And if I post it, now everybody's just applying. And it's just like, why are you sending me all these people, Jhalya, wasting my time? Yeah. So I feel as if it's good and a bad thing, more so a bad thing, because I don't think that Black people should gatekeep. Like, anytime I have something, I'll just be like, oh, hurry up and do this. Yeah. Oh, here you go. Or, like, I'll send it to people who I know it'll affect. Now, it'll be the opposite. Like, I might be like, someone will really know that something's for me and won't tell me, but they'll apply for it, and I don't. I think it's like a really insecure thing, because me, I'm like, whatever's for me is for me. I don't really care how many facts apply, but it's a lot of gatekeeping, and especially in Michigan, like, because it's not a lot of things that come through here. Yeah. But like, you'll never know, and then you'll know so many people, and they'll hire like people from outside of the state when it's so many people here who could have worked on it. Man, like, it was like that with Beverly Hills Cop, in my opinion. I think 3. Was it 3 that they just did here? The one that they just filmed. Yeah. It was just like, it was so much gatekeeping on that show. It was like.
What about Transformers?
Transformers? I wasn't around, and I don't know. I wasn't in the industry. That was like 2012. Yeah. I wasn't like working then. I don't know. But I bet you it
Beverly Hills Cops, they just
I bet you it was.
Within what? The end of last year, I want to say?
They was just working on the new one, right?
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Oh. Mm-hmm. You're right, though. They definitely do. And it'd be like.
I mean, I think I heard about something, though. Like, they was doing extras, but. I know it.
What about the main people who are y'all shooting here? It's a lot of dope people who's talented here. If y'all come into our state, our city, why you won't, deal with the people who here first, and then if you still need the role fill, call the other people.
What if they looking at it like this? I wanted to do movie theater numbers where I'm gonna use a movie for example, like a Black Panther. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do Black Panther numbers. Who do you think going to do a Black Panther numbers here?
I mean, first of all, the movie itself, I'm sure will sell, and then you still have Eddie Murphy, who he can do it by himself.
No,
he's still gonna.
I'm not knocking anybody from here.
Are you talking about like?
I'm just saying, like, to bring that type of, that type of.
I agree. No. He's right, because like we're not. A lot of us are just not properly trained, and a lot of these jobs are union jobs. Right. So like, if I'm trying to do a techno crane. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to operate a huge techno crane. How many Black people here can do that? How many Black people here can do that? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them don't even know what that is.
Yeah, or a DIT. Like, a lot of people here aren't DIT, like digital imaging technician. Like, the people who are in charge of like, all of the like hard footage and making sure it's compressed properly so the director can see. Like, we're not trained in those fields. Facts. And we're not unionized. So we have a bunch of cameramen, and they're not a part of IT. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So these are union jobs. Okay, they're actually looking for people in Michigan who are part of the union. They're all white. So, they're white and they have a union. What are they supposed to do? Just hire a Black person who's non-union and put them on a set? Like, that's not
risky as hell. It is.
It is.
Same thing with actors. Like, you need representation. Because if you're communicating with someone and they have all this legal language and you're just an independent actor with no lawyer, with no agent or representation, then it's just like, well, why? It makes no sense. So when you get to a certain level, you have to have like union jobs. You have to have agents. You have to have those type of things. Like, you have to do the work on your end.
Yes.
Like, and that stuff is really all you. You know, you have to do the work on your end in order to, like, get into that. So,
are you working on your end doing that? Like, are you?
Oh, absolutely.
Or how do you, for people who would like to do some of the things you're doing or get into some of the stuff that you're saying, what do you recommend for them? Or
okay, so for example, I want to be in the DGA eventually. So in order to do that, I have to have a certain amount of paid jobs. I believe if I want to be an assistant director, it's 650 paid days. If you want to be a director, it's 300 paid days. So I'm working on shows because if I've worked and that actually pay me through pay stubs and like direct deposit. So I keep those, I print them out. So when it's time for me go to the DGA, I'm submitting my paid days. I'm not at 300. I'm not at, but I do have a binder and I'm like, okay, I'm at like 160 something paid days from like the Netflix show I did alone. And then this other show I'm going to do is like, that's another 90 days. So I'm just stacking up my paid days.
I got y'all.
That's dope.
Explain to these people what DGA is.
The DGA is the Directors Guild Association. So if you want to be an assistant director, then you would join the DGA so you can get like on these bigger sets. If you want to be a director, you know what I'm saying? Like you can be a part of the Directors Guild as well. And so everyone, they even have one for writers. Yeah, it's called the Writers Guild. So, you have to pay to get into these. It's kind of like SAG. You have to pay an upfront fee. Or say if you're an independent director and they're like, well, I want you on this big movie. Sometimes a production company will pay for you to get into the DGA. So it's like $3,000. They'll pay that fee just so you can be qualified to direct that big Hollywood film. So I think people are like, oh, I'm qualified to just direct this big Hollywood film and it's good. Like, no, you have to be in a union and you have to like really work hard and take all those steps to be like unionized.
That is dope.
So I'm about to go there. Fuck it.
So where?
Where I'm about to go. So who do you see here that you believe should be in the DGA?
You just put that on a spot like that?
I did. She can name somebody.
Tamashian Jones. Tamashian Jones is such an experienced director. He has 2 Michigan Emmys.
Okay.
He's a documentarian. He does narrative, and he's just a really good producer in terms of all the legal sense. I feel as if like he's more of the PGA though, like the Producer Guild. He's the director, but he wants to be a producer. I would say if anybody in Detroit, it would be him. He's so slept on here. Another one. He's not newer, but I feel like he could for sure take it there if he keeps going. Is Zachary Cunningham? If he just keeps pushing and just keeps, you know what I'm saying? I could definitely, in the, like 5 years, if I see his name in DGA, I'm like, oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing commercial stuff too. So that's like paid and they're sending you direct deposit and official. So those commercial jobs really stack up. So you can be in the DGA. So those two for sure are super strong. I look up to them.
I seen something within this class I took that was telling me about that. Mm-hmm. But they was showing me how do you go about getting in it and... I mean, I didn't get to finish. Yeah, I didn't get to finish the class because I didn't know it was for. I didn't know it was like you actually got to do that many days, or they cut you off.
Also, you need to know somebody that's in it. So people are like, I can be in the DGA and I can do all that stuff while just living in Detroit. One of the reasons I say, because a lot of people don't know people in the DGA that's in Detroit. So it's smart if that's one of the reasons why I want to go out to LA. Of course, I want to come back to Detroit, but I don't know anybody who can get me in the DGA. So that's why I came out here to work on that one film because one of the directors is in the DGA. And he even told me, like, just stay on this, I can get you in the DGA as a recommendation. Dope. So if I have one recommendation, sometimes you can even be short on your days. Mm-hmm. But if you have a DGA recommendation, you can get it.
Okay.
That's dope. Like they say, it's not always what you know.
It's oh my God. It's who you
know.
It's
who you know.
Who you know.
It's
who you know.
Listen,
I don't even know. Let's get into these cards because I feel like I don't know nobody no more.
Wait, are you looking for writers by chance?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm always collaborating. Like all the time.
I got someone I want to set you up with, but we'll talk about that off air.
Yes, ma'am.
So why she say it on air?
Her question. Which question you're asking?
Cook first. Oh, I don't know if I want to go with the juicy one or the
Man,
non-juicy
go crazy.
one.
Go crazy.
You always so.
Because I ain't get to the crazy stuff yet.
Okay, this is a juicy question.
Okay.
Is it okay? So am I asking both of you?
Yeah, we are. You're gonna answer it too, but he's just gonna answer it first.
I answer it, then she answer it, then you answer it.
Okay. Have you ever cheated? If not, what's the closest thing?
Is that so? Is it saying
I don't like why I answer these questions.
Have you ever?
like in my life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the second part of the question?
It said basically like, what's the closest you ever came to
okay.
cheating if you did?
Oh yeah, I fully.
Cheated.
I fully cheated. I'm sorry for cheating. I don't do it anymore. I didn't do it to her, but I cheated.
They didn't say specify all that.
I'm just,
asked,
because people out there like, damn, Coop, you ain't shit. You cheating on your wife? No. I could have cheated when I was in high school.
It's good he made that clear.
Yeah, right. Have I? Yes, that's terrible. This is terrible.
Yeah.
I am a changed woman. I am not happy with my actions. And we're gonna leave it at there. Miss Jhayla.
Yeah, I have those to get my lick back.
So, to get a lick back, he cheated and you cheated back?
Yeah.
So, is that cool to do that?
Did y'all get together after? Like, was y'all back together after?
It's not cool, but my ego still says it was.
Okay, yeah.
But I know it's not. But
How did he feel?
Like very, very disgraced. Like,
But did he accept your apology or whatever?
Oh no, he broke up with me.
Oh, you ain't with him no more?
Wait, so you took him back after?
I never left after. I found out. I didn't say anything to him.
So you was gonna leave anyway?
Yeah.
So how he find out about?
Because I told him.
Oh, okay. And then he was like, "Oh, either way, you was done." So it really. Okay.
I was like, I know you did it, and I did it too.
So wait.
What's up?
I'm about to get in your business a little bit. He cheated sexually? He did.
I found out through text message. I don't know if it was.
But it said it.
It was very, so most likely.
Yeah.
So did you do the same thing?
She just mind her business.
Oh my God.
You is their people business?
I'm sorry.
She called a body for free.
What if she with this man now and they married or something?
Are you?
You with people business?
No, but he was like my first love. The guy
Listen,
that.
okay.
Oh, it was somebody you already been with.
Yeah. So
Oh, that don't count.
You spent the block.
It does count because it was cheating.
I mean, it count, but it ain't no extra body that's already on your.
Because for me, in order to do it like that, I mean, in that fast, at least for me, I'm like,
you gotta know
somebody that I already know.
Yeah.
It still was wrong though.
It still was wrong. My ego says it wasn't, but morally was it wrong?
Did you smack your hand?
Did you smack your hand? We all just sat up here and said we all cheated.
I smacked myself in the back of the head. Like, fuck the hand. I fucked up.
It was such an ego thing.
Life happens,
I'm like,
okay?
You're not about to think you can do this to me.
Right.
Life happens.
Next question.
Life happens, okay? I don't even know which one to ask. Could you be happy in a relationship if sex was horrible? Explain your answer.
What the fuck?
You came up with
Who
this.
going first? Her.
You were last. The way
you get some half-inch dick.
What?
No, I'm sorry.
You know, it's
just no.
Well, if he got a good stroke, but it's just little.
They said
it would be bad.
And if the sex was horrible.
Oh.
If it was horrible.
Like, I feel like
What's
that's not
considered horrible though? What's horrible?
Everybody's definition of horrible is
We
different.
talking to her.
I think horrible is like you're thinking, I don't want to do this anymore. That's horrible. When you say, I don't want to be here.
When you're thinking about
If I want to
other
be there,
stuff.
then it's not that horrible.
So if he treating you good and all that good shit and just horrible sex, you can't be there no more?
Just horrible sex?
But think about it's for the rest of your life. Like when I think about something, it's like for the rest of your life.
Could you be happy? They said, could you be happy?
You would just be cheating on that nigga, huh?
They said,
I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to leave.
Could you be happy if the sex was horrible?
Me.
Yeah.
Could I be happy if the sex was horrible?
She treating you good, feeding you good, but the sex is horrible.
Yeah.
Could you be happy?
Because I'm thinking about it. Like,
Could you?
no, I ain't gonna lie. No, I agree with you. No,
Yeah.
Because at some point you're gonna get fed up. Like, all right, now.
like you ain't even doing nothing right.
I mean,
Ugh.
she's cooking for
Yeah.
you. She's making you happy in other aspects. It's just that one situation. It's just.
And well, I think we're saying just that one situation.
But that one situation,
Like,
low key, that's more than 50% of your relationship for real.
Is it?
I believe sex is.
Really, more than 50?
That's what I'm
More.
like. Is it?
Yeah, if you go leaving, it got to be more than 50%.
Well, when you put it
You
that
get
way.
no, y'all put it that way.
We put it that way.
You put it that way first.
I just said.
She ain't answer her question yet.
I
so
said no. I
put it
couldn't.
that way.
I couldn't.
Me and you put it that
Y'all
way.
did put it that way. I said
If
he said if he's
it-
treating
it's
you
fi-
good,
it could be
I
51.
didn't think about that it's
you
50%.
you didn't think of that?
So now you take away that's 50. Now it's 50.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly. Now it's
That's
nothing.
not a passing
Now y'all like
grade.
roommates at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be in that relationship.
Mm.
You know, sometimes. Yeah, no, just no, just
Yeah.
no. What's your,
Yeah, it makes a difference.
you said, Megan, when you put it that way?
Okay.
Question.
The question is, what do you love most about life? You answer first.
Oh goodness. What do I love most about life? Chances. The fact that I'm given another day, so it's another chance to do something right. My husband, my kids, family, laughter.
You said what you love most about life. That's like one thing. You
Combined all that.
It's hard. It's a lot of stuff
it's like
that
a
goes
gumbo.
into
You
it.
just put it
Yeah,
all in
I'm
one
thinking
pot.
about my answer
You
too.
know, I that's what I love the most about it. Being able to get another chance to do things right, to love on my husband, my kids, you know, my immediate family that I deal with, to laugh. I love to laugh, so that's always what I love.
okay. It's on you.
It's a lot of stuff.
What I love
man.
most about life. I say like passion, like the umbrella of passion. I just say that I love passion. I can't
Specify it on one thing, right?
it's
so
just
much.
passion. Anything that you love is passion.
Yeah.
And it's just that feeling, like that dopamine that you get from it.
Yes.
I love that. Like no matter what it is. So I just think passion. That's it.
That's a good answer.
Me, what I love the most about life, I love amazing people. Like
That's
with
a
new
good one.
stuff. Like, damn, he just did that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again with something else. That's what I
Dope
love.
people. That's good.
Dope people do dope shit.
Yeah.
Yup.
It ain't, you know, when you find those people who are dope and doing dope things, you kind of got to hold on to them because it's not too many people you come across that's dope and doing dope things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who loves saying dope?
You're so funny.
That's his word.
Yeah, it's cool.
I can't take that word from him. That's his
That's
word.
everybody's word.
But he said the most.
Okay. Anywho, so if you could give yourself advice, we'll say yourself 5 years ago, what type of advice would that be?
Don't take it too seriously. Don't bring it with you. Say that, like, don't bring it with you, like, cause I have a thing where, like, I'll think of something years ago, and like, I still do, just need to live in the present a little bit more and not take anything with me. Like, even living in the future too much can really be harmful because that kind of affects your present. You know, it's good to dream, be like, I want this, and that's what wakes me up every morning. But I gotta just be like, well, okay, what about now?
Yeah.
Right.
That's good.
So do you see yourself acting?
I want to start off as an actress. Yeah,
Okay.
Now that I'm in LA, I think I want to do it again. But it was just me being here. I'm like, I didn't want to act.
No.
What made you not want to act here?
The stories, I felt as if like I'm really big on like telling the Black story in a way that's like truthful, real, and inspiring. And those are the characters that I want to play. Like, I love like digging deep and just being like, okay, well, what am I doing here? What's the meaning? And what's the meaning to the story? And some of the films that people asked me to be a part of and that I wanted to, I would just be like, it's no end like to the meaning. I'm like, I don't wanna.
That's understandable.
You're not gonna make me like. And then some of the stories are a little bit misogynistic. They like really shit on women, or they're just like vulgar. And it's okay to be vulgar. Like, I love like raw and vulgar. Yeah. But I don't think it's on purpose. And it's wasn't a lot of death.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
So when you look at the films here, everybody trying to do their thing. Well, I'm not gonna say try. They're doing their thing.
They're doing an amazing job.
They're doing an amazing job. What do you think people need to work on? Like, you're there and you see what's going on here. What do you think people need to work on?
Intentional storytelling. I feel like it's really important. And not just doing things that are triggering and being like, this is clickbait, this is super triggering. Being like, really going down to like what is, like I said, the umbrella of purpose. And like, how does my audience receive it? Like, because like in like a subconscious and a conscious way, I feel like I also kind of feel as if I'll just say this, like, for years we were never able to tell our own stories,
right?
Like, white people told them for us.
Yes.
And so I think, and we should just be like, I'm gonna make my story so genuine, so real, so truthful that nobody can tell me what the Black experience is, because this is the Black experience. And so 20 years down the line, people are gonna be looking at films made today and they're gonna wonder like, okay, so what was it like? So now that it's being controlled by us, you know, it can be truthful. Like the films I might be thinking about that were made like 10 years ago, like these producers and some of these directors weren't even Black. But they were really good stories. Like, look at Django, you know.
That was good.
That was made by Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get so good that like nobody can tell that experience better than us. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, that man is making so much money off of like a movie about slavery.
About us.
About us. So like, yeah, I think we need to be that. So.
But do you feel like everybody goes through some of the same things and all the stories end up being the same? Yeah, because I feel like, okay, you gotta think about it this way. People write based off their experience. So if you see a bunch of people living in like the same community, in the same state, in the same city, that's not that big. Right. How are our experiences gonna be that much different? What makes it different is if you can really stretch your creativity, travel, meet different people, have different experiences, read different books, look at different videos. That's what makes you a different storyteller living in like the same group of people. But that I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's just a group of people who live in the same area and they experience the same thing. So that's what they write about. That's fact. That's real facts. That's just what it is. Like, it's nothing bad. It's just that's what happens. So do you think people get what they pay for? What you mean? Because it's yes and no. You gotta tell me exactly what you mean. Like, you hire an actor, you get what you pay for. Yeah. Yeah. Do you understand? Actually, no.
Depends on.
She know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so if you're saying like, if I'm an actor, and I'm not expecting you to pay like a high rate, right, and I don't perform, right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Boom.
So if it's $50 a day, but you want this A-list type quality actor, but you're only paying $50 a day, can you really expect that much from that person? Unless they
would never be on set. They would never agree to the project. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like A-list person and you have all this, you have the credential to take, you took the classes and all that, like, them type of actors would just read the script
and be like, yeah, no.
Be like, ask the budget, and they just would be like, no. But I do feel like okay, straight up, because I did not pay my actors that much. A movie is an investment.
Yeah.
So, like, if that actor is bringing something to my project, quality and views, if I don't pay them on the front end, I better pay them on the back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or something. I think the issue is it's a lot of financial exploitation going on. I'm not going to pay these people that much. I'm gonna make this much from the movie. I'm just going to use all that to, do the next movie, and I'm going to have them on again and pay them the same much, not even that much more. And that's financial exploitation, because if you know that they put into your investment and you got out what you needed, you owe them on the back end.
Yeah. Do you think it happens like that a lot?
No, because as humans, we're naturally financially selfish.
Yeah.
And there's no contract. So if I'm an actor and I'm an A-list actor and I really want to be on this project, I'd be like, well, when it gets paid out, this is how much I need. Just negotiate for yourself.
Right. So it's okay for someone to ask, what's your budget for your project?
Yeah.
That's
important. Yeah. That's important because I work with some actors that ask me, what camera are you shooting on? I love that. Like, what kind of camera? Because it's important. How are you gonna look? Like, what lenses? Like, some actors know it down to what lenses are you shooting on? Like, what is this? Like, okay, who's shooting it? Yeah. Like, who is? Because that's important. Who's capturing me? Who's the DP? Yeah. Because if I'm doing all this and I'm not getting paid for it, and I want my reel, I want that to look polished. Like, I want it to look so good. And you can go on the DP and look at their past work and decide whether or not you want to work on film as an actor. Like, acting is so technical. Like, that's another thing I learned in Hollywood. Acting is technical. You'll meet actors who will know how to act based on the lens. Oh, I'm shooting on a 32. Oh, you're on a 32? Okay, no problem. Let me switch it up. Who? Like, it's so technical. And, like, some actors just won't work on your film if you're not working on a certain type of camera. Like, the film I'm on, we're shooting on film, like 16 millimeter old school film. Yeah. That brings a lot of people in. Yeah. Because movies like, I think Arrival was shot on film. I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think Arrival was shot on film, but
don't let it be us.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
And then like being shot like on film is just so different than digital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm thinking film, like, I came from a dental background, so once you got to put it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you have to put it through a certain, exactly?
So you gotta process it, and the stakes are higher.
And because if you mess that up, then you gotta redo it. That's work. That's money. That's time. Yeah. So
that's why they want to do it, because they know if you fuck up, you gotta reshoot me.
Yeah, and then they know that just tells the type of crew. Like, if someone's like, we're shooting on 60 millimeter, I know the crew gonna be top of the line. Yeah. I know the director. I know it's gonna play because I can't do 6-7 takes on film.
Exactly.
So. Let's ask this question. What? What's the lowest budget camera that they can shoot on? That you've seen.
You can shoot like that's good quality.
Cause from what I be seeing people shoot on their phone.
You can shoot on an iPhone. iPhone can shoot in 4K. I think it's the color. Like, it's the post production package. Mm-hmm. So like some people shoot on like good films, but then the color looks gray. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't get a good colorist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's also like, yeah, I could shoot with like black, like for example, Blackmagic. Yeah. Blackmagic, that's a good camera, but some of the films just aren't colored nice with it. You know what I'm saying? So a Blackmagic can look so good with the right colorist. And anybody who tells you that the colorist isn't important, they're lying. Yeah, the colorist is like the most important thing, like when it comes to like how it looks and how it feels. Yeah. So.
Happy you said that. I just got a Blackmagic.
Yeah, Blackmagic's so good. Just like look up color packages and it can look so good. And Blackmagics do really good with like browns and oranges, so it's good for shooting black people.
Yeah, and make them look real.
Yeah,
vibrant.
Make that melanin pop.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, what are some things just in general that you've learned while being out in LA and, different sets and just working with different people that you can kind of drop to the people, not even just in Michigan, but just worldwide who's listening and, like I said, may want to do some of the things that you're doing. What are some of those gems, do you think?
How to negotiate myself.
Okay.
One thing that LA is really good on that I feel like Detroit could just work on a little bit is negotiating yourself. Like, in any room. Like, it's crazy because like LA people, they can be real bougie, but at the end of the day, a lot of them just not putting up with stuff. Cause like that whole realm out there, it's so much. It's a whole bunch of trash out there too.
Yeah.
It's like manipulative. It's grimy. It's the porn industry's #1 out there. It's so much that's out there that you have to be smart and you have to navigate and you have to be able to really clearly negotiate yourself through contract, verbally. And so it just taught me how to negotiate myself, and it taught me like, okay, what is a safe space? How do I know if this is a safe space before I'm even walking into the space?
Yeah.
Like, I need certain things in place, and like it's here in Detroit, it's getting better, but there still is a middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a middle ground. Like, you need to be able to like go with the flow and be cool, but at the same time, like, be firm. So I still say negotiate myself, like, definitely.
And not just be like, okay, yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, because like I said, like this industry will exploit you, and not in a way that's even like sexual. Like, this industry will financially take your last dollar, exploit you, and everybody else would be so far gone, and you'll be like, wow, I'm the person who did this. I'm the person who worked on this. I'm the person who da-da-da. But I didn't negotiate my credit. I didn't negotiate my pay. I didn't negotiate. So they rinsed me for my last dollar, and now I'm left here. So that happens all the time in LA. Happens in Detroit too. So just negotiate yourself. If you're helping somebody do something, make sure you're coming away with something. Whether it's a connection, it's whatever. Like, you have to do things that elevate you, and not just be a part of something because you're bored.
Just to say you're a part of it. Yeah, that's dope.
So how do you go about your process when you're writing a story?
Ooh, because that's what I'm doing right now. It's really hard because, like, I notice I have a creative rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how different parts of the day you're feeling better than other parts of the day. It's the same thing with my creativity, and it doesn't work well under high stress, you know? So I would say I have to chill out, and I gotta stop thinking, like, the story has to be this. It has to be. And if it's not, I just got to be like, whew, just do a story. And then whatever goes after. Like, somebody said the first draft is like shoveling sand into a box. Just shoveling sand. You're just getting the sand in there.
You got to get it in there.
And then just do that. And then the second draft is like, okay, now we build a castle. And the third one is other people putting stuff on top of the castle. Okay, I want a flag on top of the castle. Let me add some water. You know what I'm saying? So that's what.
A good way to look at it.
That's what I gotta think. I just gotta shovel it in there and then worry about the details like as I go. So
yeah, pulling it apart and putting it back together.
Sometimes it be hard. I get that because you just want to know the finished product and how's it gonna go, and you don't want to mess up, and you want to. But then you be like, okay, I made it like this, but at the end you be like, okay, I want to tweak it anyway. Like, no, it's not working for me. Yeah, it'd be like that.
So to someone that's like just starting on writing, what advice could you give them?
I would say watch a lot of movies. That's the biggest thing. Like, watch so many movies and just like pay attention to like, well, number one, know the technicalities of a story. Like, know what Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 is. Know what a B plot. Know like when to have. I call it a stunning surprise, which is like the end of Act 1, another one at the end of Act 2. Like, know story structure just off the rip. Learn that first. And then after that, watch a bunch of movies, and then you'll know structure. And then after you know the structure, that makes it easier on your movie. So you're not just writing this. I'd learned this the hard way. So you're not just writing, and in your head, you're like, this is the beginning, middle, and end. So it makes sense. No. It's more than the beginning, middle, and end is a story. Like, each character has a beginning, middle, and end. Right. Each location has a beginning, middle, and end. Each B plot has a beginning, middle, and end. That character's childhood has a beginning, middle, and end. And that all goes into Act 1, 2, 3, which is the beginning, middle, and end. So, like, no structure, and then just watch a bunch of movies, and you'll be like, okay, cool, that makes sense.
So do you work with editors too?
Yeah, so I do, and it's hard. It's hard because like I'm learning like how to communicate without being like so pushy. So like the letter, I edited that, but then like I did this one commercial where I had an editor, and it was for Midtown Detroit, and I noticed like I gotta do a lot better. Like, I gotta do a better job at just like be like, no, stick this there. No, stick this here.
Just
no, stick
communicating.
this. Cut it out. Put it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning how to direct and post.
So
I'm learning.
You talk to the editor before you, like, I'm this type of way, so if I'm coming off like that?
Well, I want to say I'm not like a
Stickler.
I'm not a stickler. I just think I make it harder on them because it's like, what the fuck are you trying to tell me to do?
Yeah.
Like this one music video I did for Lionel LaDonna. I saw the edit. If Dale, you're watching this, all of you, I saw the edit and I was like, I don't like it, but it's because it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? It's because like I didn't say how like I wanted it to be cut. And so we kind of got on them and stressed them out a little bit because we were just like, because I knew what I wanted and I knew what clips I wanted and it was just a big thing. So, yeah, I think just earlier just be like, let me edit with you in person for the first day so you know how I am and then I'll leave you alone. I think that's my style. Yeah. I can't do edit for like virtually and that's not me.
Oh, no, you got to be there.
Hands on.
So I can see, you didn't drag enough. Bring that back.
You need, you gotta be, especially when you know what you want and you know the vision, you definitely got to be more hands-on because everybody doesn't see what you see. You know what I'm saying? Agree. Everybody don't know, like, okay, you're right. Extra set of eyes is always good, I think, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice that you can give? Just entirely, I probably said something similar about the gyms, but just in general, it don't even have to be movie related. It could be anything. For the people out there who watching and who listening, any advice?
I say like no matter how big it is or out of reach you think it is, like the worst someone can say is no. And like that's not even the worst, you know? So I feel like just do it and that's how you learn. Like just do it even if it's opening a business, filming a movie, moving somewhere. If the only thing stopping you from doing it is like I'm scared and that's it. Yeah. Then that means that you should just do it because
bam, we doing it. Fuck it.
Like no, all they can say is no.
That's true.
And then you just do it again. Keep getting a no. Who cares?
Somebody's gonna say yes.
Someone's gonna say yes. Like, it's gonna happen. So, what about you? Actually, I want advice from both of y'all. Go ahead.
What kind of
anything? Any advice?
You go first.
No, but I was about to tell you to go.
My advice long.
Advice from me about whatever. Jesus, I've never thought about that. I'm always asking people. I don't even know type of advice they get. Just like you said, just do it. Always have a smile. You know, make sure whatever you do makes you happy.
Bam.
That's what I'm gonna say. Whatever you do, make sure it makes you happy. And at the end of the day, you have no regrets about what you've done.
That's great. That's nice.
It's good advice.
My advice for everyone, don't let nobody tell you can't do something. Mm-hmm. Anybody can do anything they put their mind to. It may take time, but you can do it. Mm-hmm. I don't care what it is. I have friends that's this. I have friends that's that. And they never let nobody tell them they couldn't do anything. Do what you want to do and do it to your fullest. Never quit.
And don't ever regret the decisions you make. But just simply embrace it.
She gave me some patience
within yourself and never expect any help and never expect anyone to accept you for you. Just always stay true to yourself.